What's up, everybody? Southside Slacker. Well, nice to see you, my guy.
Hey, right. I'm surprised I'm here on time.
What a great way to start off with a banger of an intro to have you waiting for me on the other side. That was awesome.
Well, thank you, sir. Like I said, I feel good just making it here. Like I said, before everyone else, I feel like I'm on point tonight. It's my night.
There's been rumors going around that you've been buried in books for the past week. You've been running around quizzing random people, getting trivia done on the spot. It's sort of like Dance Break that we debuted earlier today. But you've been doing Trivia Break where you've just been stopping random people and telling them to hit you with 10 random questions. Is that true?
I don't want to give no secrets away, but I've been keeping on point, just making sure
Yeah.
I'm on toes. I got to keep an edge on the competitors.
This is getting serious. This is definitely serious. I mean, people are blowing up the chat, demanding that I start the round right now. I mean, Jesus, calm down, people. Calm down. So DFK and Jimmy, as we know, advance to the semifinals. We're looking to get 4 people to do a Final Four, big tournament. 4 people go head-to-head, in the finals for the Trivia Championship. These are brand new questions. We already listed the title of the questions already. I don't know if you saw that, Southside. But we listed, we listed them. Actually, hold on. I'm going to show everybody because it's actually on the. It's going to be movies, TV, vocabulary, music, literature, and science. Now, DFK is already advanced. DFK isn't in the tournament tonight, but we're letting DFK come up and play.
And the reason that I really wanted to do that is so if nobody has ever done this before, they could get some sort of idea of what kind of competition they might be up against in the finals, period. That's the only reason. Plus, I love trivia.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the round. Everyone knows the rules, questions and everything. Load up your screen. Everybody's screen is loaded up, and we're going to go. First question. The animated cartoon Sailor Popeye, you're going to get booted. The animated cartoon Sailor Popeye famously gained extra strength by eating what kind of food?
Where do I answer the question?
The link's in the chat, my guy. You're going to have to hop off and get your shit together if you want to play. Come on, you've already won. You already won. This is how you lost the first round. Remember, we have, 30 seconds, CFK?
Well, no. I won the first time I was in, but I gave a 1 round.
All right, my guy.
Everybody.
All right, next question. I'm not going to have you hijack, my guy. Next question is going to be, in this movie, a young boy and his parents become caretakers of an isolated and haunted hotel over the winter.
Everybody actually doing this, good luck to you. Start off doing the first 2 immediately. I will bow out, especially since I can't put the answers in where it needs to go because I'm on my phone, not my computer. Well, good luck, everybody. Have fun. Hey, Sancho, I saw your stream from earlier today. I got a late notification for that. You said a 30-minute show. You failed miserably. You were 2 hours.
Yeah, I heard I was 2 hours. I was 2 hours. I got distracted, as you saw.
Hey, it's all good, Sancho. We all love you, man.
In the TV, I love you too. I love you too. But in the TV series Star Trek, what is the mission slogan of the Starship Enterprise?
Bye. Good luck, everyone.
Ten seconds.
Okay, I'm feeling good so far.
Might be a good easy round, though.
That science would kill me.
What English actor played the role of Dr. Gregory House on the television series House? Make sure your spelling is correct. First name, last name. Twenty seconds. What a sole winner DFK is, huh? Jesus. Released in 2005, Cinderella Man is the story of which Depression-era fighter and folk hero? 20 seconds. All right. Next question. On the sitcom I Love Lucy, what was the name of the nightclub where Ricky Ricardo and his band performed? Ten seconds. What actor provided the voice for the character of Hades in the 1997 Disney version of Hercules? My chat is acting up, so I gotta readjust them. Now I can see everybody. 5 seconds. For the category created in 2001, what was the first film to win Academy Award for Best Animated Feature? Five seconds. Who is the animation director that created Creature Comforts, Chicken Run, and Wallace and Gromit? Final question coming up. Movies and TV, guys. Movies and TV. Let's see how well you know your movies. Let's see how well you know your TV. A lot of trash talking during the week. Very competitive trivia. This has been the most competitive trivia night we've had to date. Final question of the first round, ladies and gentlemen. First airing in 2004, the $25 million hoax was centered around which girl? Got 10 seconds. All right, we're going to end it. Slacker, how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't feel too good. With them first 3 or 4, I was feeling strong. Now I'm not so much.
All right. So we're going to submit the round scores. So we're going to go over the answers to the questions and kind of see where we're at. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's see how bad I did.
All right. Let's see how bad you did. Or good you did, let's say. We'll see. All right. First answer was a spinach. Second one was a shining. Too boldly go where no man has gone before. I don't know who got that right. That's a
I got that one.
You got that one right?
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Nope.
Jim Braddock.
Maybe.
The Tropicana.
Nope.
James Woods.
Yes.
Shrek.
Nope.
Nick Park. Chrissy Sanford.
Yeah, those last 3 gave me a hiccup.
All right. Let's see how serious it is, though. Let's see if it affected your and everything like that. Let me import everything. Bear with me, guys. Score. All right. So we are looking at Some people didn't have their questions answered. I will say that. But we have it's getting up there. We got the Big Brown Beaver at 6 and Smoke Shack, you're at 3. So we got to go to the next round, shall we?
Yeah, I told you the first 3.
6-3. Team Troll and your mom says are playing, but I don't know how well they did. Jimmy and DFK aren't playing because they're not allowed to play. But we got a little race right now. We got a little race. Let's go to the next round, shall we? So, round number 2, vocabulary. Vocabulary. A person of what profession is most likely to use a beaker, a Bunsen burner, and an Erlenmeyer flask? Good luck with that. A person of what profession is most likely to use a beaker, a Bunsen burner, and an Elmer flask? 10 seconds. All right. Next question. What is the name for the small lookout platform located near the top of a ship's mast? I hate how I gotta press the button all the time. I think I gave you a few seconds just to. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Sean, Jet, Brat, Kimmy, Johnny, Bama, Fawn, Glitter, Gary. Good evening, everybody. Ama, thank you for being here tonight. You could be anywhere in the world and you're here with El Sancho. Thank you. Slacker, you as well. The word for an older, unmarried woman came from a job title in the 17th century wool textile industry. Pat Seguin, Jimmy, hello. Pat, are you still live on your page? Or did you end to come over here? I was watching Pat Seguin. If you haven't subscribed to Pat Seguin and you're looking for the most interesting orgasmic panels you'll ever see in your life, go to Pat Seguin on YouTube. Which of these words can mean both a candy made of soft chocolate and an edible fungi of genus tuber? Did I say that right? All seriousness, Pat's been doing really good on his panels, so I don't need everyone. Pat, can you plug your it's exclamation point, Pat. There you go. Everyone subscribe to Pat. He's got some really good panels. What is a long thin cloud which develops as their result of the passage of an aircraft at a high altitudes? I do not think Masshole is on. You're stuck with Sancho tonight. 10 seconds. I had to cough. 3 seconds. I'm smoking pre 98 Bubba Kush there, Slacker. Shut the fuck off, man. Tinna pollution. Oh, what the fuck are we doing here? Tinna pollution, a word used by Charles Dickens and Edgar Allan Poe, refers to the sound of what? The fuck off of it. 8 seconds, people. Oh, you knocked off. I didn't even know you knocked off.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was too focused on the shitty answers I was given.
Yeah, tinnitus. That's all I got to say about that. According to Webster's Dictionary, what year did the word yuppie first appear in print? I guess I'll watch this then. We're okay as well. We're a good alternate. Is Linda playing the game? Linda can play in the game. I mean, it's in the description. A substance used to remove moisture, such as little packets found in new leather goods. 30 seconds.
Shit, if I feel like if I get one out of this, I won.
The chat is blowing up with like every different date there is. It's hilarious. Do not look at the chat if you're looking for answers because it's a mind fuck. What terminology refers to both a measure of purity for gold and a unit of mass for gemstones?
That's the one I'm gambling that I got right there.
So you already see the questions before they're asked, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Good.
I'm like one ahead of you because it takes time to type, so I try to keep one ahead because of timer.
You've learned. I like that. Both pronunciations and meanings of this word came from the same source, the Latin word for small. Come on, you know that one. I know you know that one.
I thought I did.
Really?
Yeah, because I know the Latin word for small, but I'm sure it's not the exact word. So I was trying to think of words that were similar to it in the English language and couldn't come across one.
5 seconds. Excuse me. All right. End round. So we know it's 6-3. Now we're going to look at the answers. The person of what profession is chemist, crow's nest,
So
spinster,
close.
truffle, contrail, bells, 1983, whatever, carrot, and minute.
I spelled carrot wrong. Fuck.
I think everybody put a K on carrot. So we're going to score it. And round 2 is won by Glitters Brown Beaver at 6. So you had 4. What happened to you? Yours didn't even register this round.
Mine didn't?
No, you had 0.
Oh, no. That's just legitimately how many I got right.
Oh, you really had 0?
Yeah, I really had zero.
Oh, your mom says just jumped in with 4. That's awesome. Now we got a competition. You got 3 points. Your mom says has 4. And Glitter's Big Brown Beaver shining like only she can shine with 12. Let's go to the next round, shall we?
Oh, hopefully this one. Oh, maybe.
The title of this one is Music. This popular singer changed his name to Yusuf Islam when he converted to Islam in 1977. What was the Latin word? I missed it, Slacker. Did you catch that? I can't fuck with him. He's playing. That's not fair. Sorry. 30 seconds. What musical group provided most of the tracks on the soundtrack for the 1967 film The Graduate? Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Which legendary composer is commonly referred to as the father of music and the father of folk? Hello, Bama Green Eyes. Hello, Gary. Hello, Jet. 10 seconds. Oh. Billboard's number one song on October 24th, 1970 was I'll Be There by which recording artist? Ten seconds. Which famous musician played in all of the following bands? Yardbirds, Cream, Derek and the Dominoes, Blind Faith. Who was able to get the party started with the smash hit with the same name in 2001? Who got the party started in 2001? May or may not have a good song. Before launching her solo career in the early 1990s, Natalie Merchant was the lead singer for which band? Boom, 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 boom. Next question. Which city was the center for religious and secular music during the Renaissance and Baroque eras? Twenty seconds. Is that a keyboard in the background there?
Yeah, I don't know if you. I don't got nothing around me. I'm outside.
Jazz pianist Vince Guaraldi composed music for what series of animated television specials? It sounds like a typewriter, I think.
Okay. My brother's playing Call of Duty Mobile. Not too
A
far
gun,
from me.
that's what it is. It's a gun. It's a P90 or an AK-47 or an M90. Probably an M90.
I'll get over his shoulder and check here in a bit.
All right, next question. Which rock band songs include Honky Tonk Woman, Sympathy for the Devil, and I Can't Get No Satisfaction? All right. 10 seconds. All right. Awesome. All right, we're going to end the round. Southside, I think it's a good time for a dance break. What do you think?
Oh yeah, wake everybody up.
Yes.
All right, so we're looking at Cat Stevens. We're looking at Simon and Garfunkel. We're looking at Johann Sebastian Bach,
Oh, that's what I fucking had too.
the Jackson 5,
Yes.
Eric Clapton,
Yes.
Pink, 10,000 Maniacs,
All right.
Venice,
Ah,
Peanuts, and the Rolling Stones.
oh yeah. I feel like I made a good comeback in that round.
Let's score them and find out. Round 3. Wow, tied. Glitters Brown Beaver and you have tied with 5. And your mom says as 4. Glitters Brown Beaver's got 17 points tonight, everybody.
Man, that Beaver's putting it on us.
Give a round of applause for that big brown beaver, shall we? I mean, that's an impressive beaver right there. Honestly. Next round. This is the round number 4. I mean, you need to make a comeback. This like literature, this has got to be all you in order to make this a game.
I'm hoping. I'm
You
hoping
go-
I'm
you-
caught up enough.
I hope the big brown beaver goes dry. Because if the big brown beaver goes dry, you have a chance to get in there.
I hope so, but I don't want to chase.
Chavin's a problem. Let's go. According to the Bible, Jacob gave his favorite son Joseph a coat of many colors. Who was Joseph's mother? Round 5 is science. Science is going to be a difficult one. Spelling will kill you. Make sure you get your spelling right. Next question. What is the name of the subhuman underground creatures in H.G. Wells' novel, The Time Machine? This motherfucker plays when it wants. 20 seconds. All right. Did we press the right button? In 1897, Irish author Bram Stoker's most famous novel was published. What is its title? The fuck is its title? What's the title? 10 seconds. Next question. In 1815, Emma, the title character, is described as handsome, clever, and rich. Who wrote it? Dennis, they were not cam girls. Are you referring to me? Because I'll give you my OnlyFans URL if you want it. And I guarantee you it is worth every $2.99 you will ever spend, Dennis. I show it all. Next question. Which author has written a series of books featuring a police forensic psychologist named Alex Cross? Thighs. I show you how I pulled my hernia. I show all that, Dennis. 15 seconds.
Oh, congrats to Beaver.
Are you giving up?
No. I finished it, but man, I don't feel confident.
5 seconds. Grendel by John Gardner is a retelling from the monster's point of view of which Anglo-Saxon epic? As for an OnlyFans, you're going to get an OnlyFans. 8 seconds. This Democratic politician from Arkansas wrote the best-selling 2004 autobiography, My Life. 10 seconds.
Jeez.
5
I
seconds.
wonder how accurate the chat is.
I wouldn't trust the chat as far as
Oh,
I
no,
can
I'm
throw
not.
them. I have bugs in the chat purposely giving wrong answers just to sabotage this shit. What kind of animal is the character Bill in Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland?
I'm feeling like I only got so far.
Like Pat Seguin? Pat Seguin, I wouldn't trust him.
Why
Like-
he has such a trusting name?
I know he does have a trusting, soothing, comforting, cuddle-like name, but he's quite the fucking opposite.
That's how.
Quite the opposite. You cuddle with him, he'll stab you in the throat. The title of Harper Lee's most famous novel includes the name of a bird. What is it? Last question. Miss Havisham Fagin and Uriah Heep are characters found in the works of which author? "15 seconds. Six seconds. All right. End the round, everybody. So this is what we're looking at so far. Glitter's Big Brown Beaver has 17 points. Southside Slacker, Smoke Shack has 8. Your Mom Says has 8. We're going to go over the answers first. Rachel, Morlocks, Dracula, Jane Austen, James Patterson, Beowulf, Bill Clinton, Lizard, Mockingbird, Charles Dickens.
I think I got 3. I broke double digits. Yeah.
And here is the results. Glitter's Brown Beaver got 4. Your Mom Says jumped over both of you motherfuckers and got 8 correct. You know what that
come
means? Your Mom Says has 16 points. Glitter's Big Brown Beaver's got 21. We got a 5-point lead going on right now. A 5-point lead going on in this game. One of you 3 are going to move on to the semifinals. One of you 3 are going to move on. The other 2 are going to go home for the next week and feel miserable about yourself that you only lost by a couple points. So my question to the 3 of you is, which one do you want to be?
Oh, I got to be the winner.
Which one do you want to be? Glitter's Brown Beaver has got 4 correct. You got 3 correct. Your Mom Says got 8 correct. 8 correct. And has 16 points. There's a 5-point deficit between 21 and 16.
Hey, your mom is a reading ass motherfucker.
I think that's not a brat in the chat. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll write is I'm strong at science. So your mom is YM. Actually, I'm very smart. I believe YM is your mom, who is stating that he's strong at science. Your mom is saying they're strong at science, which means
They calling us out. Shit.
we might have a problem. Yeah, I don't know if there's any pep talk you want to do before the final round that you need to do to yourself, but you need to get your head in the game.
Here we go. Let me get this blunt in my hand, and then
Like,
we'll see how it
it's 4th and 1. There's 6 seconds on the clock. You're on the goal line. You have 2 options. You score or you lose. You go home.
I'm either going home and banging the prom queen, or I'm going home and jerking off.
Those are your 2 options. Jerk it off or the prom queen.
Here we go.
Let's figure out which one you're going to do. Final round. Science. Science is the final round. Science is going to determine the winner and the losers. Who is going to advance to the semifinals to go up against DFK and Jimmy? On the Celsius scale, 0 degrees and 100 degrees are the freezing and boiling points of what substance? I'm fucking nervous. Ten seconds. Next question. Which astronomer was the first to prove the existence of a galaxy other than our own? Who is it? Why is Streamlabs a piece of shit? A piece of shit? Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully I abused them into working tonight. The process by which iron rusts silver, tarnishes, and copper turns green is known as what? Piece of shit. Five seconds. Discovered in 2012, what is the name of the atomic particle some are calling the God particle? Towering to a height of 82,000 feet, Olympus Mons is the largest volcano found on which planet? Ten seconds.
I'm liking some of the answers to that God particle in the
So
comments.
there's a lot of good answers over there. What is the name of the pigment in the skin which reacts to sunlight, causing tan? I'm like, Taylor's. It's getting worse. Because you mentioned it, they're gonna keep going on with that now. I like three options right there. Flying Mach 1 in a Bell X rocket-powered aircraft, who was the first person to break the sound barrier? Pat, what did I tell you about spoiling stuff? Do not spoil any more answers. Slacker, don't look at the screen.
All right, I won't.
He said Joe Cole. Like, that's a spoiler.
Oh,
Which
I had him for
zone?
like 3 answers.
Which zone of the ocean is the farthest away from the center of the Earth and receives the most sunlight? It's not a close panel. You can come up. I'm trying to get my Streamlabs to work. We're just doing trivia right now. What's another name given to the water moccasin snake due to the white color inside of its mouth? We're in the final round of trivia, but you're more than welcome to come up. Everybody's more than welcome to come up. Just hang out on mute for a little bit or chill out backstage, and I'll bring you up once the finals is done. Um, last question, the last round. Holy shit!
Here we go.
Here we go. Which temperature scale begins at absolute zero with each degree equal to 1 degree Fahrenheit? This fucking Streamlabs slacking again.
It seems like every time I'm on, something, slows down.
No, it's Streamlabs. Streamlabs takes breaks when he shows up to work. He's just a horrible person. All right. Final. All right. So how does everybody think they did?
I feel like I might have snuck in if they didn't do too good.
You want to see the answers?
All right, let me see
All right.
how I'm looking. I won't give nothing away.
Water, Edwin Hubble, oxidation, Higgs boson, Mars, melanin, Chuck Yeager, epileptic, cottonmouth, and Reiki. So, is everybody waiting to see who wins and advances to the semifinals? Ladies and gentlemen, the individual who will be advancing to the semifinals will be revealed after this break.
Yes.
Glitters Brown Beaver, you're going on to the finals! Semifinals.
Congratulations.
26 points. Racked it in. Your mom says came in with 23. Smoke Shack came in with 15. Congratulations to the Brown Beaver. We're going to bring everybody up. There we go. 26 points. Glitters Brown Beaver. Congratulations. You've advanced to the next round, to the semifinals. Jimmy and DFK will be waiting for you on the way out. Congratulations. Who's on mute? Brad, you're on a little echo. You had a little echo,
I'm
Brad.
sorry.
It's okay. All right. So what does everybody think about the results of the trivia tonight?
I got to hit the gym.
How many did you get right at that last round?
The last one, misspelling might have caught me off of 2, but I think 5 or 6. Like I said, I don't think I spelled the oxidization right.
Is that Andrew? Is that Andrew? Hello, truth be told. Are you Andrew? I can't understand you, my guy. Okay. I'm going to give you the floor if you can. Okay. He's coming back, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the winner of tonight's trivia tonight.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, walk us through the. I mean, there was a lot of rumors about how difficult you took last week's loss. And and how motivated you were to pick yourself up. I mean, the other side of you're in Wisconsin. He's in, other side of the world. This is going on with Southside doing the same thing you're doing, talking the same things, feeling the same pain. But you, for some reason, you had your mom says was breathing down your fucking neck.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Breathing down your neck.
I got a little complacent, I think, and she came out of nowhere.
It didn't bother you.
Oh, it bothered me. I felt it. I had to step it up at that last round.
So we got a little controversy. Is
Okay.
it because it's Glitters Beaver that she's taking credit, or what's going on with that?
She's my hype girl. She's part of this.
So it's a big. So it's just one team.
It's one team.
All right. All right. Now I will say semifinals. It shit's getting real. Like
It
you
is.
realize that, right?
This is you know what? After the trouncing Jimmy gave me that first
That's my
first
point.
week, I had to get into this to it's revenge.
This semifinals is essentially the people you lost to.
It is.
You're now going up against with a chance of redemption.
It is. You know, I'm hungry for it now.
We have one more round next week. We have the revenge round, the vendetta round, where everybody who has lost over the past couple weeks, like Southside, has one more
Yeah.
opportunity. We are looking
gotta
for
try.
a Final Four. We're looking for a tournament to be built. Are you there now? Truth be told,
You know what? You know, I'm thinking we might improve things, maybe shave it down a little bit to make things smoother, get a little bit more efficient.
are you talking shit about the people next week?
Oh, I'm talking like shit for the whole thing. We're taking it all.
Do you have is it a vendetta you have now because of losing?
It wasn't week one was embarrassing. That was a wake up call.
because like Jimmy's sitting pretty because he's only lost once.
But you know
He
what?
hasn't lost at all. He won one. I mean, he hasn't lost once.
But you know what? He's been sitting on the bench this whole time,
Right.
whereas this is my third week.
Right.
I've been practicing all these weeks.
right.
I've had games. You know what?
Right.
What's happened to teams that have had bye weeks and then they go into it and they just choke?
Hey, truth be told, can you get on 4G or Wi-Fi? I don't know if you heard him, but it was like a robot. Twice.
Me?
Yeah,
No,
I
truth
feel like
be
I
told.
choked this time. I feel like if I wouldn't have went 0 for nothing on that one round, I might have been in the running, but it left a sour taste in my mouth. You should see the shit I've been watching on YouTube to practice.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to 3. We got 3 winners right now. The week after, we're going to do a Final Four. Final Four is going to, head to head to head. And we're going to find a winner. We have to find a winner for this.
So who do we think is going to be that fourth one? Fizzy wasn't here this week.
No,
Fizzy's-
I
Fizz-
talked to Fizzy earlier. Fizzy said he's sitting out this week because he doesn't want to give anybody, anxiety. So I think that was a jab at everybody tonight, to be honest.
I don't know if Fizzy would have done good this week.
Science would have hurt him, you think?
I think so. I don't think he's that good at music either.
Now, when you spell carrot, like, did you do it with a C or a K?
I did with a C. I worked at a jeweler.
Me too. So that's okay. So that's why you know it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to have a personal with it. But, like, at first, because, like, KT is somewhat, it's usually CT, but some people do it KT, and then they just assume it's carrot.
I see Jimmy's already talking trash down in the.
Yeah,
chat.
Taco will pull a hamstring a night before final.
What,
DFK, Jimmy, if you guys want to come up, talk some shit. He's running his suck right now. Come
What,
up and suck his suck.
What dumbass! I don't need a hamstring for trivia.
I think I pulled my groin tonight, man.
This is the
So-
first time I ever seen your trivia, and I kind of enjoyed it.
Thank you. We've done it for 3 weeks now. We're getting better and better and better. And I don't know if you noticed, Taco, tonight I was a lot more efficient with the questions being moved along. And the
Yeah, it was a lot faster. I was feeling the burn.
Yeah. And now we have the questions on the answer sheet too, which is great. We didn't have it the first week. It's different, Brad. It's something that we don't really have enough of, and we need it, and it's a good escape from whatever problems we may or may not have.
It was definitely fun. I got 27 points.
Did you play
I
for
wasn't
real?
really playing. I was keeping track of my answers and stuff. I
So-
didn't actually.
So
Play
you
it.
got 27 points.
Yeah.
You
But I
realize
was
I
just
would have
keeping
won.
track of
Play
my own
next week
answers.
then.
You would have won tonight, right?
But you got to remember, sometimes the spelling and the way you input it doesn't always register.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I thought I spelled carrot wrong because I spelled it with a C.
Tomorrow night.
Seen everybody else's, I thought I did it wrong.
Because
We have
there's been times where I've input things that I thought were right and would have been right, but I misput like a letter or something, or added the, or added like something at the end, and it
And see,
didn't
that's
like
where
it.
I would mess up because I spell for crap.
Yeah.
Well, spelling in this is important because you have to have the correct spelling in order to get it right.
See, so I would have to get my husband to type for me.
Right. It would need to be like a team thing. Because if not, then you're in trouble. Because spelling is absolutely everything. Yes, I did a 2-hour afternoon stream this afternoon. Yes, I'm live now doing trivia. And yes, I'll be live in 2 hours. What's the timer? 2 hours. We will be talking about Predator Busted. Alex from Predator Poaches breaks down an arrested catch at 1 a.m. Eastern. So you will be having so much El Sancho today. I don't think you people know what to do with it, to be completely blunt.
I won't have it in 2 hours because I have 6 children, so we have to sleep.
Well, watch it tomorrow morning. I think every parent and everyone with a niece or an uncle, these groups are really out there doing really good things, exposing these pieces of shits that may or may not live in your neighborhood, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm subscribed to them on Facebook.
Good.
And everything.
All right, let's try this one more time, and let's see if the robot is no longer a robot. Truth be told, they got news now, maybe later. You're there. You're on mute.
Sancho, I'm going to go and celebrate with glitter
Jesus.
now.
All right. Congratulations, Todd.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, truth be told, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Say it again.
Can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you.
Is it low?
Yes, what's on your mind?
I'm just gonna say hi.
Are you Andrew?
No.
Okay. Are you able to identify a name, a nickname? What do you want to be called? Cutie Pie, Buttercup? What do you want to be called?
They call me Bruce.
Bruce?
Bruce.
Truth.
Truth? Okay. Is your mouth directly into the phone, or is your phone directly into your esophagus?
A little both.
Okay. Could you kind of create a little distance between, like pretend like it has COVID and you want to take it away from your mouth?
But I like COVID.
That's Andrew. You
That's a
motherfucker.
little bit better.
You motherfucker.
What?
I know who you are. You can't fuck with me.
Okay.
All right, let's
Seems to
play
be doing
along.
a pretty good job.
Let's play along like he wants everyone to think he's stupid, yet he's highly intelligent. I
He's
will
wearing a mask.
He's wearing something. He sounds muffled. Are you wearing a mask? Okay. Is there anything you want to get off your chest tonight, truth be told? I'm going to give you the floor.
I was just gonna say hi.
Have you been subscribed for a little bit, or are you new to the channel?
I'm new.
Well, welcome to the channel. I'm glad to have you. Can I ask you what is the significance of your screen name handle?
Time will tell.
Truth be told, they got Newman. Can I ask you who they is?
I don't know. Who's they?
Would they be a federal government?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You said they got NNML. I'm trying to figure out who they is.
Oh, I don't know. That's how I found your channel.
Could they be the Illuminati?
I don't know.
Could they be a group of naked old oily men?
Anyone else said it was the Lalas.
The Lilas. Okay. NJ Diver, what's going on?
Well, back out here in the real world, the a second camera angle has been released or published, I should say, on the Jacob Blake shooting.
Hey, can someone keep an eye on him and make sure Cock doesn't show up while I grab this? Thank you.
And the other video is from a, well, I guess you'd call it a pro cop server, giving a little bit more detail about Mr. Blake.
I haven't even seen this.
I've only been posting it that I found it in the last hour or so.
I've been live so much. I've been live so much the past 48 hours. I haven't even seen this.
Yeah, it's the old adage, time flies when you ignore it.
Right. Well, it wasn't purposely ignored. Do you guys want me to play this?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, this is one I got mixed feelings on, but yeah.
You have mixed feelings on it?
Like the situation. You know,
I haven't seen it.
The one is only a few seconds long.
Let's play it and then let's get some feelings on it. Oh, wrong video. Hold on. That's tonight, 1 a.m. Sorry. All right. Jacob Blake's his name. All right. It's a minute long.
Left.
You are bogus. Mom, get back! Mom! You have to get back!
Wow!
Get my son! Get TJ! You are bogus! Mom, get back! Mom! You have to get back!
Slacker.
Oh, like just the whole situation is what I got mixed feelings about. Like, I don't know, man. As someone outside looking, because I have a chip on my shoulder towards cops. So naturally I fear and distrust them. But you have to see, just sometimes from their shoes, man. And you got someone reaching for something unknown, yeah. But at the same time, it's like you see these guys walk behind them for 30 feet. Why couldn't they have tased them prior to that if he's such a threat? You know what I mean? Like there's him reaching for something. Usually, I feel like I could see where cop is coming from, feeling his life is threatened when a man reaches somewhere unknown. But you walk the man around the car. Well, why didn't you use something less deadly prior to that? So I got kind of mixed feelings about everything.
Slacker, yeah, I agree with you. The more details need to come out. If you could play the second one, El Sancho, and I will say this is not what this gentleman's about to say is not confirmed.
Give me a second. Wow.
If there's someone who carries, usually is around people that have guns and shit like that, like it's known if you reach randomly into places in a situation that's already high tense, and officers more than likely going to feel threatened, so you don't do that. But for the officers to walk so far behind a man they feel is threatening, why weren't they tasing or trying to physically restrain before that? It's just, I don't know. So it's hard to, because at times you got to at times see where the cop is coming from in certain situations. But there's times when there were other methods that could have been taken.
All right.
I'm trying not to be so anti-cop all the time. I'm trying to see things from
Good.
human and, everything.
I'm wearing on everybody, I see. Let's play it. And the truth about Jacob Blake. Let's see what we think.
After more than just a few requests, I think it's time that we discuss the Jacob Blake incident. Let's look at another side of this that is not being portrayed by mainstream media.
Fucking gonna get hit with music strike. Motherfucker. Hold on. Let me get the music out because I don't want to get hit with
What's going on? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do a video about the Jacob Blake incident. I decided to do a little bit more research into the incident, and of course, after watching 2 news stories about this, somehow it was about race. Another African-American man gunned down by police. There goes Inside Edition trying to make it sound like a national crisis. Now, the video that the news media is playing for everybody is only one angle of the incident. Now, I will go ahead and tell you guys throughout this video, I am not going to show either one of the videos. There's plenty of other sources out there if you want to check it out, but I already know YouTube is going to shut it down if I show these, so this is going to simply be a review of what I've watched.
Thanks, NJ Diver. What the fuck was that, man? YouTube's gonna shut it down. Ah, you undercover snap.
Yeah, and if you believe everything you hear.
All right.
The mainstream media is showing is only one angle of
If
the
you
incident.
believe that,
and it
then
does
breathing
look
air
bad.
makes you
It looks
pregnant
like
by alien.
Well, let's see. Well, this guy seems to be talking truths. Let's see what else he says.
This guy is just walking away, and he gets shot several times as he gets into his vehicle. But of course, that's what they want to show you. That's what fills their bank accounts with dollars, folks. Let's take a second to look at the facts and come to our own conclusion, though. That is what an investigation is all about. You guys know me well enough after running this channel for over 4 years. If the cops are in the wrong, I'm gonna call them out. A lot of the details of this investigation are just that. They are still under investigation. But here's what we do know. Officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin responded to a call of domestic violence. They made contact with Jacob Blake, and something happened along the lines that made them want to detain him. One thing to keep in mind is that, as far as we know so far, this whole incident was filmed with 2 separate cell phone cameras. One was across the street where you could not see the passenger side of the vehicle, and the other was filmed on the same side of the street that the incident actually started with, and it does show the passenger side of that car. Now, the one they're showing on the news is not the one where he's fighting with police officers on the passenger side of his vehicle before he walks around. That's right, he is in an active fight with law enforcement on the passenger side of his car before he gets up off the ground and walks casually around the front side to his driver's side. The other angle shows you that, but of course the news does not want to show you that part of it. Nobody's mentioning the fact that Blake had active warrants that were issued against him on July 7th. What were they for? Can you take a random guess? A slew of domestic violence charges. Kenosha is not a big town. It's about 100,000 people. So I'm assuming that most of the officers that have, we'll say 3 years or more of experience, have probably dealt with Blake in the past. They know his history. They probably also know that he had active warrants at the time. This guy's criminal record consisted of things like battery, strangulation, and suffocation on a domestic violence case, resisting or obstructing, causing substantial bodily harm, endangering safety by use of a deadly weapon while intoxicated ×2, multiple times jumping bail, and let's not forget multiple disorderly conducts. So officers have been injured by this guy before, and here they are again having to fight with him. Then he has the audacity to not listen to legal orders or commands that were given to him, and he's just going to walk back to his car like nobody's going to stop him. He had active warrants, he committed obstruction with violence, and he's now going to his car to open the door. He was either going to go for a weapon or he was going to get in his car and probably run the officers over. He wasn't walking to the driver's side of his vehicle to show the officers his new Circle K cup. Folks, it's called totality of circumstances for a reason. You look at the entire situation and you make a judgment call. But the way the news sees it, the way the public sees it, is very two-dimensional. Why? Because that fits their agenda. Unfortunately, Kenosha officers do not have body cams. They are supposed to be budgeted for the year 2022, but they do not have them yet. They do have in-car cameras, but we don't know yet if the incident was captured on one of those. All we have to go on right now, as far as I know at the time of uploading this, is we have 2 cell phone camera angles. We do know at this time he was shot several times, and the family is claiming that he is now paralyzed. And people are throwing fits at the fact that this guy had kids in his car. And you know what? You're absolutely right. He did have kids in his car. And he chose to put them in the position that they were in. That's people's problem these days. They don't want to look at what the criminal did. I know that guy just beat her beyond recognition, but that officer was unprofessional in the way he talked to him. It's always going to be someone else's fault. Let's pick law enforcement to be at fault and to yell at and to scream at, because they're the only ones that have to maintain their composure, professionalism, and won't knock your jaw sideways, like anyone else would. And the crazy part about this is the entire city is in chaos and burning because of this incident. Even the National Guard has been called in. Private citizens are forming militias to try to protect the businesses around there because the cops are being given orders to protect government buildings. Whew. Folks, this is why I don't like to talk about these issues. I'm only doing this because so many of you requested it, but this gets my blood pressure up, not gonna lie. This is getting ridiculous. No person, regardless of their race, gender, creed, whatever you want to call it, should ever have to suffer at the hands of the government or the public if they are law-abiding people. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to blindly support the police if it's very obvious they are wrong. But these isolated incidents that are being blasted over social media, over the news, creates nothing but an excuse for low-life people to burn down their city. It is time to take control of our country again. Burning down Timmy's Donut Shop does not support your narrative of wanting justice. It's just an excuse to be destructive, to push your own hatred and your own agenda. I have no doubt there is going to be a civil war if this continues. The law-abiding people in this country that usually trust the police to do their job and let the police do their job are going to get tired of the anarchy. And groups are going to start forming so they can take their communities back. And rest assured, when that happens, no one is going to feel sorry for the individuals that want to challenge the good citizens of this country. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much.
All right. Let's get everybody's thoughts on that. You
Yeah,
guys think-
my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Sancho, man.
Go ahead.
I said I got my blood boiling on a couple levels, man. Like I agree with them that, we don't need to go hating. I agree that it's not a race thing. I don't think it was a black on white thing, though it does come off that like that. But I don't agree with him. He's victim blaming the cops now. Like I said, man, there was plenty of opportunities to use less lethal measures. Why is it always the gun? That's my argument. I'm not saying that they didn't have every right to feel justified in getting physical and doing what's needed. But why is it always the gun in these situations? They're supposed to be trained. Like I said, me as a citizen, I couldn't have used my gun in that situation and not been convicted of at least manslaughter. That's what I'm looking at, the equality. Like they are trained and had other means to subdue this gentleman. I don't care about his warrants. Now you're just trying to make this guy, who is, in my opinion, justifiably upset. You're trying to demonize him in public. Oh, he's a criminal. He had warrants, domestic violence. Yeah, who cares about all that? But was the shooting necessary? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Was the shooting justified? They've got tasers. They've got batons. There was 3 or 4 of them. They could have easily overpowered this man. You know what I'm saying? So it gets my blood boiled for you to demonize this man in public. I'm not worried about either the officer or the man's background. Look at the situation. Was the situation justified? It wasn't, in my opinion. They had plenty of opportunities to take this man to the ground and restrain him or tase him or do whatever, pepper spray him or whatnot. Why is every cop's reaction the gun? That's where I'm coming from.
I don't think that's every cop's reaction, honey. I know how you feel because I felt the same way a lot of times. But here's the thing. Have you ever wrestled a toddler who was fresh out of the bathtub and tried to put clothes on them? It's really hard. It's really hard, okay? And when you say there was a bunch of them that could have taken him to the ground, excessive force could be called on any of those situations. And even using the gun can be excessive force, don't get me wrong. But they were fighting him already, from what I was told and from the video that I seen. They were fighting him already. It was a fist fight going on. They were trying to get him down to the ground. They were doing everything they could to do non-lethal. Did they have a right to pull the gun? No, they should have pulled the taser when they pulled the gun, in my opinion. However,
and that's why I say they didn't.
If they felt their lives were in danger, if they felt that he was going for a gun himself, then it's going to be justified. He's not dead. He's partially paralyzed, yes, but he's not dead. And to loot and burn a town down over it, I think is wrong.
Oh, see, and that's again where I differ with some. Do I agree that it's right to burn down the local mom and pop donut shop? No. But do I believe it's all right to burn down a government police building? That if you're going to, express your grievance, do it to the people who have wronged you, and the government officials are the ones being the ones that are just ignoring this. So their buildings, which are our buildings, if you're going to damage something, hey, send a message, but don't damage your local businesses and homes. So I'm kind of borderline with that. I feel like, you know,
I
you,
think I
you
would
have
back
every
them up
right.
if they were damaging government buildings. I think I would. I think I would back them up for that because
And
they
that's
have a
why I'm
right
at
to
like,
express their anger with the government.
Well, they certainly did a good job with a couple of $1,000 worth of dump trucks.
Yeah, but the dump trucks, see, that's another thing. That's stuff that their taxpayers are paying for. So, but the problem I have mainly is the dump trucks. If they were the city's dump trucks, or were they a private business? I
I
don't
don't
think they have a right
I
to burn
don't know
down
if
the.
they were private property or not. I do know they were supposedly placed there to block a street off for the demonstrations. And I do have seen a video of someone throwing in a Molotov cocktail inside one of the trucks.
And I agree with you 100%. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong, especially if it was a private business. And even if they were a private business that was trying to help the city, they
Well,
were
what's
trying
the
to block off the road so that the people could have their peaceful protest.
the only difference between those garbage trucks and a government building is a few digits.
Not if it was a private business. That's the thing.
Well, that's the other part of it is, do you think the one throwing a Molotov cocktail cared?
No, I
no,
don't. And that's the problem. Just like when they burnt down the dealership with the new cars and stuff that they burnt down. That dealership had nothing to do with it. They weren't the ones that pulled the trigger.
yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are just taking advantage of the situations, and it's fucked up because it puts a cloud over what the real message is.
Well, that's just like when there was a shooting in, Minnesota or Minneapolis or wherever it was, and Baltimore City had riots. What the heck am I dealing with riots for? My cops didn't do it. They're not the smartest cops, but they didn't do it.
That's I'm glad we only
Baltimore's
had that
another
little bit.
story.
Well, I'm just saying my cops didn't do this one. I'm not saying they don't do anything. They just didn't do this one.
Like I said, it's just a hard one to really understand because like I do agree with that one gentleman and like the young lady on panel. I'm sorry, I don't brat, not a brat. I apologize for not knowing offhand, but officer does have a right to defend his life, and he just like myself, because me and my brother debate this with their own the laws here in Texas. That you still can be charged with deadly force, even if you feel you were legally in the right. And I always tell him, who's to say what my level of fear for my life is? No one can put themselves in my shoes and say, I was really afraid for my life. Same thing with the officers. This man could have legitimately been afraid that his life was going to end. And at that moment had a justifiable reason to shoot. I
So,
just,
so Masso's a legend Southside. I'll let you go. Sorry for cutting you off. And my blog
you're
has
good.
everyone ignoring when I say they did use the taser and it failed. Does that
Oh, they
change your
did.
logic?
Okay, things like that. Okay, knowledge like that has to come out. It does kind of change the way you look at a situation because, like I said, the little bit that I've heard, because I was told about it, I didn't know about it. You get a little bit of information and have to come to basis off of that, and as you get more, you're able to change it. So that does change the way I look at a situation to know that a few officers did try to wrestle him to the ground. They did attempt to tase this man, and he just ate that shit and still tried to go on. That does lead to how I see the situation. So maybe the officer did have a little bit of justification, and that's where you know people again, and people like myself, us in the First Amendment community that get out and film cops, we have to be careful the narrative we put out in the moment because again, we don't know every little detail. We just get on there and spit something, and that could, like I said, look at the reaction it's having now because half the world, or more than 2/3 of the world, has so little information on the situation that I instantly thought these cops like how fucked up that they did that. They should have did this and that. And now I'm finding out well they did do that. So it changes the way you look at a situation. Of course, if it doesn't, you're a stubborn-headed mule that needs to just rethink how they live.
Southside, you think that's bad? I got the news today that he was dead. Then he was paralyzed from the waist down, and now he's partially paralyzed. And this all came from my local news channel.
Exactly. It's hard to know. But like I said, finding out that a taser was used and these guys did try to restrain him, then you know what? At that point, the shooting could, in my eyes, could be deemed justified. They tried other less lethal forces and he muscled through them at this point, you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to pull a gun out? Is he going to, like he said, that man said, jump in and run you over? Like, we need to know facts before we come to conclusions.
And not only that, but I mean, if he was really that bad off or that upset or that hyped up on whatever that he didn't feel a taser, what happens if he gets behind the wheel of that car and he did get free and there was kids in that car, as they said? You know, how much danger were the kids going to be in then?
He has to be
That-
put at fault there. He put the kids in harm's way. He should have let them
Regardless of the contents of the van, he's upscaling what he's going to use as a weapon by getting behind the wheel. When you use a car as a weapon, you can do multiple damage
Yes,
to
sir.
not only property but lives. You got 2,000 or more pounds of metal and plastic doing how fast?
Look
That's
how,
what
what was it in
frustrates me the
France,
most
I
about
believe
the
it
right to
was?
travel people.
I think France, they had that happen in a big crowd about 8 years back, 4 years back, I think.
Up in Canada, they had it
Oh, the
happen.
Home Depot truck.
That was New York City for the Home Depot truck, and
Yeah.
Paris, France was a larger lorry.
Shattered his vertebrae, several bullets, 7 bullets in total. Several bullets severed his spinal cord. Not likely to walk again after being shot by police. It's going to be a miracle for him to ever walk again. Legal team plans to file a civil lawsuit. The Wisconsin Police of Justice is investigating. Protests are underway. I know Joe Cool was live earlier, so go check out Joe with his live coverage. 3 of the children, 3, 5, and 8, were in the car at the time of the shooting, and it was one of the kids' 8-year-old's birthday.
I got a question. How come everybody only goes off of one side of the story and not all sides of the story? Why don't they try to
You
click
know how
up
hard
as
it is
much
to
as,
get all sides of the story?
why don't they
From
try to
either
click
side.
up most of the information as they can?
So the man who said he made the cell phone video of the shooting, 22-year-old Rashawn White, said he saw Blake scuffling with 3 other officers and heard them yell, drop the knife, before the gunfire erupted. He said he didn't see knife in Blake's hands.
And again, that makes me wonder, because I know for a fact cops are trained to yell out phrases like that when they restrain people just to help justify what they do. So again, I'd have to see. It's hard to take people's word for it, what they thought they saw, because I've seen so many different videos and clips of things that have shown that people's eyewitness testimony is so unreliable due to so many reasons: adrenaline, lack of focus, you know what I'm saying? Like, so much going on. Persuasion, yes, sir.
Yeah, I was told once that 3 people can watch the exact same car accident at the exact same time and all 3 see it differently.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I didn't see confirmation of it. So this one is... All right, so let me go to this story here. So this story mentions the tasing. The other story didn't mention the tasing, but this did. So let's kind of check this out real quick. Let me blow it up for the world to see. All right, so
Hey guys, I don't want to be rude, but before you do this, I'm going to have to go.
I
Thanks for having
appreciate
me
you.
on. Love you guys.
Anytime, please come back. You were awesome tonight. Thank you for coming on.
I sure will. I'll come back as much as I can. It's just, like I said, 6 kids, homeschool, it gets busy. Have fun, guys.
I appreciate you. So we're looking at, we saw the footage already. The incident was being turned over to Wisconsin Department of Justice. Half a dozen witnesses said the man had tried to break up a fight between the 2 women outside a home, and the police had attempted to use a taser on the man prior to the shooting. Then they heard at least 7 gunshots ring out. Witnesses said he was unarmed and shot in the back. A video that has gone viral shows the man walking away from officers and going on the vehicle to get inside. While the man is entering the vehicle, the video shows an officer firing a gun at the man inside the vehicle. A woman in the vehicle is screaming as he's being shot.
See, none of the stories match up.
Yeah. And one story didn't mention taser at all. and then this story mentions taser. So I don't fucking know. I'm afraid to give an official opinion. I got like 5 emails, people like, hey, why haven't you commented on it yet? Because like I need to get the facts straight before I open my mouth.
Exactly.
I think the lack of a taser is a game changer. If a taser was used and it wasn't efficient, that's a game changer in this conversation.
I agree 100%. Like that right there is the one thing that can side me to or for the cop, in all honesty. And like I said, I'm trying to not always be so anti-cop. I try to be more objective these days. So that small detail could sway a whole matter of public opinion, I think.
And if he had a weapon or if he didn't have a weapon, could change the whole outlook of it too.
Oh yeah. So
if he had a weapon, then he should have been tased. If he didn't have a weapon, they shouldn't have tased. They could have used pepper spray or something.
Because all the accounts they say that the officers were in a scuffle with him, so there's no doubt that they at least tried to physically restrain him.
So
it's hard to really.
Sports reaction is LeBron James. Y'all wonder what the fuck why we say about the police. Someone please tell me what the fuck is this? Exactly, another black man being targeted. This shit's so wrong and so sad. Feel so sorry for him and his family and our people. We want justice. He was trying to break up a fight between 2 women.
I just don't agree with that aspect that everyone's bringing the black-white. Unfortunately, yes, it is another white cop and it is another black man, but I don't think that's it. It's not 1960 anymore. Like, does this still happen? I don't doubt that it still happens. But is every shooting racially motivated? Come on, man. We got to be more open-minded than that.
Yeah. There was 2 black officers that shot at a white man in a subway. The guy got shot in the stomach by a black female. Nobody's up in the roar about that. They're saying it's mostly racially motivated.
The video didn't show a taser. Either video didn't show
I don't recall seeing one.
That's why, this comment even asked why wasn't a taser used. So.
And that's my biggest concern too. Like when I see the video, I think, A, why didn't you try to physically restrain him? B, why wasn't a taser and or pepper spray or some sort? Because like I've been pepper sprayed. They got that shit on deck usually. So I've been pepper sprayed, mace, all the good stuff except tase. So.
NJ, did you see a taser?
Couldn't really tell. That one video was not steady enough, and I don't have the ability to play with it.
Now, did the dash cams happen to capture any of it?
They haven't released that information yet.
I will fight this to my last breath. The body cam. The lack of body cams in this country is appalling. It's disgusting. It's vile. And we need to get the funding. We need to find the funding. We need to get federal grants. We need to get whatever the fuck we can to get every police force body cams to be held accountable on both sides of the fence.
I'll tell you what, the funding is there. Like I said, like here in San Antonio, they just have to slowly take away from their benefits and slowly take away from the armory that they get from the federal government. Instead of giving these cats, $100,000 worth of AR-15s and fucking shotguns and bulletproof vests and tanks and fucking bulletproof fucking SWAT tanks, why don't we give them body cams?
Excuse me,
armory already.
Slacker, there is not a police department in this country that has a tank. Everything they have are armored cars. They're not tanks.
I had to correct myself. More armored vehicles, yes.
As tanks have a main weapon, and none of these vehicles are armed the way they would normally be armed if the military was using them.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Hey, NJ, I have a random question, NJ. What's my name on the screen? NJ? What's my name? What's my name? You exactly know what I'm asking you and why I'm asking you. Because I heard it again tonight on Pat Seguin. What's my name, NJ?
you,
It's repetition.
you're finally getting the joke, aren't you?
When it's repetition, I question if it's a joke. If it's so many times, I question if it's really a joke.
How do you think I tell whether or not you're listening?
You're really good then. What's up, Futter? What's your thoughts on this whole video? Are you there, Futter? Futter?
He's trying to talk to him a minute.
His mic's not on. He's got to put his headset on. He's got to rewire it. Just a heads up, I'm going live at 11, so I'm going to wrap up in like 15 to 20 minutes.
26 minutes late.
Oh, well, no, I'm wrapping up. I have a show at 1 a.m. So I got to take a little break for like an hour, bring my dogs out, stretch, and get ready for Predator Vultures. Futter Nut, you good?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's your thoughts on this, Futter Nut?
Which video are we talking about? Are we talking about this whole fucking new Black Lives shit?
No, the situation in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a justified shoot.
Okay.
A little premature, but all right.
You want to elaborate, or you just want to say it?
Okay, the guy had arrest warrants already for rape and assault with domestic and everything else.
Domestic violence, no rape.
No, it was domestic violence with modifiers.
Okay, that's already out there, but what's to say that, let's say in the next week or so, it comes out that the officer had a history of being a little bit aggressive in his cause as well. Would you maybe think that he was a little bit trigger happy then? Because it's easy to demonize someone for their past.
Okay, all three officers have that same.
I'm just saying if that was to come out in the future, because there's so little known, it's hard to come to a concrete justified or not justified shooting, in my opinion.
No, and I'll actually side with you that's the reason why we have a court system. But from system of like spectators looking in, I've seen two videos now. The first video is the one prior to the shoot where they actually had the guy on the ground. And he escaped that restraint. He told the cops that he was going to get a gun. Now, yeah.
What audio did you get that out of?
Where's that at?
That was from social media posts, so it's not. It's not proven.
Hearsay.
It is hearsay.
So be careful with that hearsay shit.
Hey, you know what? I'm not a police officer. I'm not part of the fucking court system. I'm allowed my opinion. Now, if it comes out that we get body cam footage and this guy saying, my kids are in the car, just let me go, I might change my opinion. But knowing the warrants that he had for his arrest, knowing a little bit about this guy's history, and this is what a police officer is going to see. This is something that people forget, is when a police officer encounters you, he gets either a description of you as a suspect, or say a license plate number. Now, you are a registered owner. Now, like, I'm not trying to be racist here, but I'm one where a lot of black people, like, I'll say, a lot of black people look alike. Now, if I see a black male, 5'10", 160 pounds.
Wait a minute.
Has warrants for this.
Just say a lot of black people look alike?
Did I just cut out?
Did you just say a lot of black people look alike, or did I just hear that?
I think he said look white.
Look white?
I think he said look white, as in the sense of maybe the way they dress and their
appearance. I heard him say.
I heard he said black people all look alike. And I could be wrong.
Yeah, again, I'm not 100%.
Can anyone hear me?
Yep. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but yes.
All right. No, I don't know where I cut off.
I was wondering if you said that all black people look alike. Did you say that?
I said it was a facetious statement that I had said yes.
Okay, so you don't mean it. You were joking.
Basically, yeah. Like, the majority, it's like how all white people would look like to a black person. You know,
You know, I have no tolerance for racism. I'm just saying that was getting a little.
No, we've talked enough. I'm not racist. I don't.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm not judging the person. I'm judging the statement more than I am the person right now.
Yeah, no, it wasn't meant as a racist
Right.
statement. The thing is, and we can even flip this. You know what? A white male, 5'10", brown hair, lives on this block and is wanted for domestic violence with what the fuck modifiers.
Deadly weapon.
History of gun charges. You know what? If you're 5'10" with brown hair, you're a threat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. That you're a threat. And then put it on top of that, you are resisting an officer. You're more of a threat. Now you're reaching into a vehicle where officers can't see. 5 times a threat. And this is one thing I can say is I do not believe that corrupt cops should go unaccounted for. I think corrupt cops need to be prosecuted and they need to be held above the law. Like, we can actually say, hey, you know what? If you shoot an unarmed man out of no reason,
right,
you can actually get charged with first-degree murder. Like the same penalties.
Now, these officers knew the suspect, right?
On that note, on the suspect's history, if he's so violent, they should have came a little more prepared. Because just a little take on it.
They already tased him.
I said, but no, listen to that. I've been in a car with someone who's known to shoot at cops, like legitimate. He's been in the pen, bad guy, you know what I'm saying? But he's a close friend of mine, so we roll together. When he gets pulled over, that cop runs his plate. We sit there in the car for about 7 to 10 minutes until 4 more units usually show up, take us out and handcuff us right off the bat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So they come physically prepared to handle a man who has been known to attack police officers. So if he's such a violent man, why weren't more? I know it's a small town, but why weren't more officers there to?
Hold on. Actually, to put out to you that video that came out today, which was from the other side of the car that the guy was riding in. That's what happened, but it is on scale with Kenosha police. 2 more officers came out prior to him exiting the vehicle.
And see, that's all I'm asking for.
You can see 3 officers fighting with him. No,
the more facts that come out, the more I'm willing to alter how I see the situation, only off of such little right now. But I have to constantly have these kinds of questions in my mind. Where was the taser? Where was the extra help if he's such a... And again, I know I'm coming from San Antonio, a huge city, so I have the benefit of thinking when a cop's in trouble, I'm going to see 30 police cars in a chopper in a matter of minutes. You know what I'm saying? I know not every city has that benefit, so I don't know what the scale is able for them to make a call like that.
And absolutely. And here's the deal is I don't want to see any, and I don't care what race you are, I don't want to see any innocent person shot by police. If you're just trying to, I don't know, do something fucking stupid by normal rationale, but you don't have any malice to police, I don't want to see you shot. But when you listen to the audio of that recording, actually of both recordings, you can hear, don't do this again. Like, there's a history. You look at the police reports, and they're not even confirmed that it's the same guy. Let's put it this way, too, is the police reports, some guy at the same age, with the same name, that lived on the same block that this happened, had the warrants. We don't know if it's actually the same guy or not. But you know what? What would you think if you're a cop? Heat of moment. This guy's already escaped from 3 officers. He's been paid, and he's still running.
Yeah, I'm not blackballing the cop yet. Like I said, too little is known about it. That's all I'm saying. It's hard to make a decision either way. And it's hard to take a person's past, you know, because like there's a day that I may be out with my gun one day, just out to make a video, and I get shot by cops. But on the media, they're going to demonize me and bring up my past. But does that justify the action that took place? Like, I'm not worried about what the man did. I'm not worried about what the cop could be a trigger happy cop that had a history of being abusive. I don't give a shit. I want to know right now, this situation, was this justified? That's all I care about. Don't tell me what he did yesterday. Don't tell me what you thought he was going to do tomorrow. Don't tell me what his mama saw him do in the third grade. I don't care about all that. Look at this one situation unbiasedly, just as two individuals, what's happening, and was it justified? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want, the facts on the case. I don't want the man's biography. I don't care about the cop's history. I don't care about none of that. I want to know right now, is this justified? And we'll go from there. If this isn't justified, well, let's look at the cop and see if he has a history and punish him accordingly. If it's a one-time incident and it was just, the guy thought his life was in danger, then maybe we give him an according punishment. But if the guy was reaching for a gun and the officer was in the right, then hey, the officer did what he had to do, and I'm willing to stand behind that 100%. So, but I need facts. I don't want opinion. I don't want public opinions. I don't want what people thought. I don't want what all of that. I want facts.
And here's what I can say right now. You can call me a bootleg, me anything else. All we have right now is the court of public opinion. Because
that's what's out there. That's what's out there because people choose to spread their opinion. If we all waited to get facts, then we wouldn't have such false narratives being spread.
Then we wouldn't hear about this for another 3 or 4 months.
No, we can talk about it unbiasedly. We can sit here and talk like we have, but like you said, I'm not calling you bootlicker, but you said, oh, it's justified. All I'm saying is, why is it already justified? We know nothing. I'm not saying that it was unjustified. I'm just saying, why is it automatically justified? Because the guy was a criminal. So what? Just because he was a criminal yesterday doesn't mean his actions right now were criminal. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something that I will say again. No, I might have said that, but his previous history, I was looking at current arrest warrants, which, again, I pointed out, we can't even verify is this guy. It's just some guy with the same birth date that lives on the same block.
He could be some scumbag criminal. I'm not saying he's not, but was it just?
But even if he's a scumbag criminal, like at that, we can go back to George Floyd.
Exactly. I don't care.
You know
what you did yesterday.
Fuck, what the hell? Minus
pedophilia and sex crimes. That's all I'm saying. Like, I've got no problem with either side. I just would like facts because we're such a hot point right now to where, like I said, race relations in America, police relations in America, everything's a boiling point, and we need to just be more accurate before we jump on, lynching somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
we gotta stay situational and look at it by a situation basis. A.
Amen.
And B, I don't think anyone should form it, and I should shut down this fucking poll because of the mixed reports on what really happened. And I think until we really logistically, unequivocally, with no doubt in mind, know what happened, I'm keeping my mouth shut, and I think everyone else should as well.
Can you guys hear me again? Yep. I know I'm having an audio issue, so I'm sorry. That's on me.
Yes, sir. And I don't mean to have just been ranting all this time, too. My bad.
Well, no, actually, you bring up a good thing about, person's history is I've been on this channel. I think George Floyd needed the outcome that he had, but I think the way that it happened was unjustified. I think the police officer that had his knee on his neck, that's manslaughter. Whatever I think about the
situation that he had, Futter.
Say again?
He needed the situation that he had?
No. How do I put it? I think George Floyd was a horrible human being. And
did he deserve that?
But not the way that he did die.
Needed to die. Why would you say he needed to die?
Because he held a gun to a pregnant woman's fucking belly. He was convicted of how many crimes? The way that he died, uncalled for. Manslaughter charge. Not cool.
I don't know enough about you guys to have an opinion that harsh.
He had a history. I don't agree with his history. Leave that aside. We looked at that one day. That one day was manslaughter. I don't care about the guy's history. I don't care about the cop's history. That cop, that one day, that was manslaughter.
Oh yeah, I feel the history comes into play after we get the facts, because again, it builds character, it shows intent and things like that on either side, cop or citizen. Like it, but that shouldn't. His history shouldn't make my decision today until I know the facts. Because like I said, if the cop did use a taser, I'm more likely to think it was justified. If the cop didn't use a taser, I'm more likely to think it wasn't justified. So I'm still on the fence about this because I know so little. It's been what, 2 days, a day, 2 days, I think.
There is no police cam footage yet, which I'm pretty sure Kenosha would still have body cameras.
They don't have a
No,
body.
they don't.
They don't?
No, they never had.
Well, you know what? I don't
Which
think
brings up
we're
another
going to
point.
have a real life like we can have our own opinions, and that's one thing. But I don't think we're going to have any real hard evidence for another 2 months. And if we have
Oh,
it
yeah.
next week, it's a railroad, just like Atlanta.
Anyone else got anything they want to promote before I wrap up? I have a show in an hour, so I want to get my stuff done. Get ready for it. I'll be back. I'll be back in an hour. You guys get 3 doses of Sancho tonight. I was on this afternoon. Futter couldn't believe his eyes. He was squinting. He didn't believe it was me. It was me.
Yeah, then I had to go back to bed.
Yeah.
You were up too fucking early, man. Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people loved it because we got some new panel members hopping on, which I love that. Really, I really do. I really love new panel members. Brad was amazing tonight. Another example.
Who was the other guy that went face on camera this afternoon?
Rogue Nation, Joe Cool, and then we had 2 beautiful ladies, Jessica's.
Okay, so I think it'd probably be Rogue Nation. I think he was an auditor.
Yeah, Rights Crispy as well.
Okay, it might have been that guy.
There was
I
sex
can't
and auditing. It was. I had to rename it from half-hour stream because I did 2 hours. I renamed it to Talking, Auditing, and Sex.
Okay, because like I watched, and I'll be honest, I don't really stick around too much unless I'm part of it.
I appreciate you, you narcissistic fuck.
But you know what? It was a good video from what I saw. Like I came back and like I watch, I leave, I come back, I leave.
Okay, that kind of feels a little better than the first comment.
But like, no, it looked like a really good video. It looked like really good content. It didn't really seem too biased.
Yeah.
The one that I'm pissed about, and I was having internet issues. I was trying to log on last night.
With DFK's Cop Watch?
No, about the moderators.
Yeah.
Because in Discord, I'm like, am I a dude? Am I a horrible moderator? Like,
No, you've done nothing wrong on Discord. I mean, we haven't touched that moderator tool ever on Discord, have we?
and by the way, when the hell did you learn how to make channels and other stuff?
I'm learning. I actually realized the top right button with the plus actually means something. To be honest with you.
Because you saw that in that drama chat. I'm like, I created this chat. I looked through logs. I'm like, wait, no.
I had to move it because we need that, but we don't need that in public in the general chat because it's going to turn people off.
Yeah, I take that NSFW.
I did set a permanent link for Discord. If you think that's a horrible idea, you can change it.
No.
So it's literally if you do underscore exclamation point and then put Discord, that link is showing up in chat now. Moderators, feel free. It's one link, so you can just join the Discord. I want to keep the general drama free.
Well, here's the deal. Like, this is where I look at me as a moderator. Is I literally am the absolute center. I don't even need to like you. The only thing is I'm here. The moderators can kick. Right now, I'm the only person that can ban. And the only reason why you're going to get banned is A, you're being an absolute fucking nuisance.
Right.
Or B, you go against Discord's terms of service and you put like lolly porn or something up. You're getting banned. You're getting a perma ban.
Right.
If you put that shit in jeopardy, goodbye.
Right.
If you make fun of Sancho on Discord, you're not getting banned. You're not getting kicked.
I mean, we haven't been. I mean, we've been. It's been easy as far as moderating Discord because everyone's been awesome and respectful, and We haven't had any of those issues, thankfully. But the Tyrant Mods was more YouTube related, with other rooms banning people for their opinions and not liking you from another room and just banning you, even though, let's just pretend like we're on.
Kind of like the shit that I went through with News New England.
Yeah, that was a big thing about Tyrant Mods and
Well,
why
we
it's
always do it with
Right.
A&E.
That was a big I mean, he was in the thumbnail, Tyrant Mods, and there was the 4 Tyrant Mods. I mean, it's a problem everywhere you go. It's the worst fear of the content creator to work his ass off or her ass off with content. And I'm focused and zoned in on this discussion. Like when I do game shows, like I got to rotate windows and move stuff around. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that goes into this. And I'm not watching the chat all the time. So those times that I'm not watching the chat, we need stuff done effectively.
Hold on. You mean like shit like that? Which
yeah, I have a Behringer. Yeah. But yeah, so we were kind of discussing Tyrant Mods and why they are a problem and why they shouldn't be trusted and how difficult it is as a content creator to choose who to trust and make sure it doesn't look bad on them. Because listen, you hop on my chat, you love the show, one of these mods kicks you out like a piece of shit, and you're done. And you're not going to have a good experience.
At that point, I'm never coming back to your channel.
Exactly. So that's why it's
like this is like I don't know. We never really discussed this off air. I don't even know if we're on air right now.
We are. We're going to wrap up in a minute.
Are you sticking around?
No, I have to go get some stuff done because I'm back in an hour with another show.
Okay, then we didn't ever discuss this, and I don't care if it's on air. Me as a mod,
Right.
my mod is to make sure that terms of service aren't broken, that the channel's not at risk. My job as a mod is not to protect you from hurt fifis.
Well, terms of service exist on every platform you are. YouTube, Discord, Twitter, etc., Facebook. You have to follow those terms of service.
Would you agree with my idea of what I'm doing as a mod?
It's what needs to be done. You're staying out of it unless you need to be in it.
Yeah. If
There's
I
no
got
fire, there's no fire, no need for a water hose.
Yeah, if I have some guy in, say, side chat, like I don't think I'm actually a YouTube mod yet, which is odd. But say I have some guy in the side chat here going, Southside Slacker is a pedo. He has no fucking anything to do with anything. He's just a random dude.
He's gone. He's gone. He would be gone. 110% he'd be gone. Absolutely. 110%
but
he'd be
like,
gone.
because
Your cat's on there. All right, Futter, I'm going to put you backstage, my guy. All right, I'm going to wrap up. I love cats. I love animals. So I'm going to wrap up. Futter, thumbs up. You good? Okay, Futter's going on. Futter's got some stuff going on with the cat. I'm going to wrap up, everybody. Southside, do you got anything to plug? You got anything going on with your channel right now?
No, man, just anything that may sporadically come up. I'm lurking in all the chat rooms and live streams, just being a viewer right now.
Awesome. So you kind of take a little break, charging your battery up a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Sancho will be back in about an hour. Thank you so much. We're at 763, so we're scratching and clawing for 800. Everybody, please, please, please. Josh Abrams has gone on public record stating El Sancho will never meet 1,000 subs. Let's prove that piece of shit motherfucker wrong, and I'll be back in an hour.